go to the Goodyear Cotton Bowl in Jerry's World, AT&T Stadium in Dallas, where who's playing in that game, Coach?
Well, I want to mention the Oklahoma-Alabama game. We did the game in the Sugar Bowl where Oklahoma beat Alabama when they were a huge underdog.
2014, sir. So, but we're going to go to talk about Notre Dame and go down to the Cotton Bowl in Dallas. Jerry's World, we've seen that. Jerry Jones' Dallas Cowboys, big bunch. It's going to be full, and you've got Clemson, Notre Dame. Tale of two teams. Think about it. They're very similar. Both their fortunes changed this year. Maybe not so much for Clemson, but when they put in a different quarterback. You've got the Fabio Hare, Trevor Lawrence from Cartersville, Georgia, down there at Clemson, slinging it everywhere, but they're also now running the ball. And then what happened with Notre Dame when Ian Book got the reins, thanks to Mark May's advice, and Dexter Williams came in from his 4-game sabbatical, they're taking off. Mark, what do you think about this?
Well, Brian Kelly's the coach of the year this year, and if you look at Ian Book and his numbers, he's been terrific. 19 touchdowns, he's been able to move the ball. You got to love Notre Dame because of the nostalgia and all those great teams that they defeated this year that are ranked in the top 5, top 10. Not. I like Clemson in this game, and Clemson will blow out Notre Dame. There's a reason why they're favored by 13 and a hook, because if you look at Clemson on their defense, they've got 4 guys up front that will be drafted. 3 of them will be drafted in the first round on their defensive line. You look at the way they played this year, they only have 1 bad game against South Carolina. They're all friends with Etienne, the running back, has over 20 rushing touchdowns in the season. How does that happen when you've got a quarterback in Trevor Lawrence that's slinging the ball over 70% completion rate all over the country, and you're moving the ball against better football teams? I would like to compare their schedule to Notre Dame's schedule. At least Clemson played multiple ranked teams on their schedule this season and defeated them handily. They only have 1 or 2 close games, but Notre Dame has been in a tough fight against Pittsburgh, against Ball State. They almost lost to Michigan, and Vanderbilt almost beat this team. They were within 7 points.
Okay. I want to tell you, everything you say about Clemson, they're a very balanced football team, Mark. They rush for 260 yards a game. They pass for 270 yards a game. Their front four, as you mentioned, are absolutely outstanding. However, there are certain things that you have not really looked at. First of all, we aren't going to get beat by a freshman quarterback. In addition to that, I don't care who we played on our schedule. We went undefeated. We beat everyone we played. In addition to that, did you watch South Carolina throw for 500 and some yards against that secondary? And Notre Dame will win this football game. I think they win it 31-14. Now, you can give me all these facts, but I want you to remember something. Every aeronautical engineer will tell you that there's no way humanly possible that a bumblebee can fly. They'll tell you its body mass is too big, its wingspan is too small, so there's no way. But fortunately, the bumblebee can't read, so it flies all around. The same thing. Everybody told us why Notre Dame can't win. Notre Dame's not going to read the paper. They're going to go out. They're going to play the football game. We run the ball. We throw it. We have a great receiver in Miles Boykin. We have 9 starters back on defense. We've only given up in 9 of the 12 games. We gave up 17 points or less. Notre Dame wins the game 31-14. And Alabama's scared to death the following week.
Oh, I bet they are. And the thing about Notre Dame really gets me, they're going to lose 38-23. I'm going to tell you why. Look at their schedule. They shouldn't even be in the playoff. You want to know why? They only play 12 games. They're not even in the conference. They don't have to play a 13th game where they have to take that opportunity in that 13th game, not only to get players injured, but to lose that game and get that 13th data point. So just because they're Notre Dame, they get a pass.
Well, they get a pass because they're undefeated. My goodness gracious, Mark. And you're the guy that doesn't want to go to 18 playoff. Ladies and gentlemen, we have no teleprompter. We have no script. I love this guy. He's a great friend, but I'd love to agree with him, but if I did, we'd both be wrong. And you don't want that.
Well, there you have the college football playoffs. So, gentlemen.